So, I caved last night. I couldn't quite make it a week. I mean, I made it a week since I smoked a bowl, but then I cracked. I caved. I smoked another one.
See the target to the left, man.
Yeah, boom. And there were three people I could have called, and one of them had actually quit marijuana at one point. Only person I know who's like given it up, I think, cold turkey and doesn't do it anymore. And I couldn't call him to coach me through the way I wanted to because I kept thinking about another incident where I tried to talk to him about something and he didn't listen to me. With the way my mind works, like if only he would have listened to me then, I wouldn't be in this situation now. I had all this anger coming up about that and over that whole situation, that whole area of my life. And then the other person I could call, would have gotten me too high. Would have been too sympathetic. Would have been too glad to see me fucking cave. So I called the worst person I should, freaking out. Not able to handle things emotionally, just upset with myself and angry all day about the job search and realizing how helpless I am and my mind flailing for aid, help. Yeah, just a really bad mental state, and tired of the bullshit jobs that keep offering me positions, and it turns out they're just like pyramid scheme, scammy type shit. Which would work fine again if I was just a kid out of college. If I was still a kid, I feel like I'd have a lot more prospects. But I had a little talk with my subconscious before I went to sleep. I need to start doing that again. That's a little hack you can do. Your subconscious wants a job to do while you're asleep. It wants to I'm gonna check this out again. Writing and reading is what, 300 and something viewers, and let's do the writing is, oh, okay. So writing and reading, 315 viewers at the moment, and 6.6k followers. Boom. All right. So, yeah, I did not manage to make it a week. Well, I made it, a week without smoking a bowl, but 6 days without smoking at all. I didn't smoke a lot. I didn't hyperindulge, just enough to calm me down. My wife and I chatted. And I apologized again for pretty much our whole marriage and how much I spent being juvenile, and she's trying to encourage me to stand on my own 2 feet. I don't wanna. I don't fucking wanna. I traded all of that away to be in a relationship. I traded away my autonomy and my choice and fucking even my free goddamn fucking will, all of it, to be in this relationship and to just cling on. It's just pathetic. It's fucking pathetic. And I feel like regardless of what I do, I'm losing my wife. So I might as well stand on my own 2 feet, right? And it's just this last year that really did us in. It's really just this last year. It's this last 6 months. It's not working. It's me falling to pieces. It's all the work that I put in. I mean, it's older than this, but it brought everything to light and made everything just so goddamn awful. And I was trying. I really thought that I was trying and improving, but that's the problem, Air quality is still shit. Awesome. So I gotta get a job. Almost to the point where I shouldn't be getting up and writing, but I feel like I need to get up and write and work on this, and yeah. God, this sucks. Okay. So, yeah, I spoke with my subconscious last night before I went to bed. It's kind of like prayer, except a little more meaningful and yields better results. Um, didn't wake up in anger. Woke up calmly, still regretfully, still thinking, but calmer than I have been. Cortisol's not spiking, but still feeling like an ass. Still feeling guilty. Still feeling like I wasted. A buddy of mine who's over in Iran, who's working and shit. Back on Robin Hood. This is not writing. What am I writing about? What am I writing about? Yeah, I expected to see that. I really, really did. And now it's shrinking already. I don't feel good about caving last night. I really, really don't. Actually, I gotta keep this up. Stocks are being interesting right now. I'm gonna watch this stuff. Yeah. I feel like this has been one of the longest weeks of my life. Miss my wife. I miss us. I really, really miss us. I miss us before all the bullshit. I miss us before everything. I miss us before all the stuff that I never worked through. And I can't stop looking back. I can't stop looking back and going, well, it's just not this one thing. It's just not this. And that's always my fuck up. And I do that with so many people too. You can do that with so many people. There's like, huh. Before I start acting out and talking about how people should be, should have been, what they could have done, I should be doing right, you know? I should be doing right. Anyways, this is my break from all that. This is my chance to play in my subconscious and live a life of fantasy where I can maybe be a decent writer someday. Fuck it, even a successful one someday. That would be fantastic. Let's see this, but crypto is picking up. I hope that's good news for other people as well. Mojo, please stop. Please, please, please stop. Alright. Senior orchestrations ruined, the Queen reanimated in a panic. Yeah, I never, I'm gonna pop the whole chapter into ChatGPT. Let it reset. Whatever I got going on in my head. Mojo, please, I swear to God, dude, just not a good morning for it. And I'm all out of haystacks. Fuck. Oh, I gotta sell crypto to buy bunny treats. I need money. I need money badly. I need, I don't know. It's supposed to rain today. And my body temperature was 98.4. So I'll be able to get money. I'll be able to get some cash. And maybe while I'm there, I can fill out some job applications on my phone. I should make a series of resumes tailored for specific types of jobs and just have those available in a folder to throw out on different ones. Yeah. I need to get serious today. The prayer, the conditioning what I told my subconscious to do while I was asleep was working on growing the fuck up and getting over whatever these phobias are that I got. This fear. Figure it the fuck out and get over it. Push on past, because that's the main issue I'm having with the marijuana use and the anxiety attacks. And the wife can't stand that. She's just absolutely, she's thoroughly aware that she's married to someone who's kind of a pussy now. And I think the main issue is I like to think, I like to strategize, I like to know all the steps beforehand as much as possible and then go with it. Whereas she's a very like, let's just go with it type of person. But she's giving me a lot of heads up, a lot of warnings, a lot of opportunities to try and change things and do better. And she can't help herself from like taking over and micromanaging and everything. So, yeah. Mojo, please, Mojo. It's giving me a No. Okay, so yeah, it gave me a whole like story thing, and it's not bad. It's not what I want, but it's not bad. It's got good imagery and pacing and stuff like that. It's gonna be a rough writing session this morning. I'm gonna struggle to get out a few lines. I'm very distracted right now. My mind is a bit of adrift. Panicked. I'm worried about other things. That sucks. That genuinely sucks. I wish I could have been stronger last night. I wish I couldn't have called her. Really wish I hadn't called her. I'm hoping for some luck today. I ain't hoping for luck on the stocks, but I'm hoping for luck today. I am. I can't. Fuck. I was on my way to try and make 100,000. Yeah, in savings. That's when you can start making money. Sound investments. I mean, my portfolio is at fucking almost 100%. So almost 100% return on everything I invest. She doesn't want me to help her with her finances, though. No. Like, we've always had this issue where me standing on my feet is the same image to her. Like, she sees. She would have made a good slave. She would have made a very good slave. Need a. Cannot think straight this morning. I need a reminder, I just need a recap right now. Just a quick recap of where your story stands so far, just to help you reorient and reignite. Scene recap: the ballroom awakening, setting a grand ballroom full of nobles and decadent fighting, secretly monsters in disguise. Jillian, the princess, is on stage. The mysterious Nephilim, part elf, part something older, has arrived. Catalyst: the Nephilim disrupts the magical illusion that had masked the nobles' monstrous nature. Their true forms are revealed: claws, snouts, and scales. Panic erupts as they begin attacking each other and mutating. King and Queen. Queen, once a humble maid who usurped Jillian's true mother, is revealed to be a cruel and abusive figure formerly hidden behind a polished mask. The king collapses not out of harm, but sheer weakness, a symbol of a sham authority he once held. The Nephilim moves through the chaos like a conductor of destruction, wielding fire, directing madness, destroying the wicked with glee. His magic and presence intensify the room's buried summoning circle, hidden beneath the stones, now drinking blood and awakening something ancient. His magic and presence intensify the room's buried summoning circle, hidden beneath the stone, now drinking blood and awakening something ancient. He mocks the queen and hints that she is no longer in control of the ritual she began. Blood is blood, and the circle answers regardless. Jillian starts horrified, then relieved. Her hatred for the king and queen begins to dissolve into pity. She's struck by a terrible realization. She always knew something like this was beneath the surface. When her blood is drawn, the circle responds to her, revealing she may be central to the ritual, not as a victim, but as a key figure. Current tension. The queen grabs Jillian and threatens to kill her with a knife. The Nephilim dares her to do it, warning that Jillian is the only thing she has left to offer the rising master. Jillian begins to awaken to her role, potentially the true heir, the lock, the key, and the gate to something larger. Would you like a bullet list of character motivations next, or are you ready to dive back into drafting? Let's dive back into drafting. Let's skip past all that stuff. Let's see. Yeah. Go ahead, said the Nephilim, stopping before the stage. He looked down at the enraged queen. You'll have nothing left to offer your master when he rises. The queen faltered as if struck. Jillian looked to the elf, who stood suddenly passive as he looked at her with kindness. Jillian looked to the elf, who stood suddenly passive as he looked at her with kindness. It was never meant to be you, he said softly, yet here we are. Looking to the king and then to the queen, he stated, you realize you are just the same as him, right? Just a flimsy puppet on a string from Morgan to dangle and make dance. The queen snapped at the Nephilim and loosened her hold slightly on the girl. I am no one's puppet. While the Empress may have led me to this castle, it was I who poisoned the queen and took her crown. It was I who replaced the court, and it was I who orchestrated the rise of our great master. That's right, we gotta make it real, right? At this confession, Jillian felt something rise within her, a great rejection of all she had endured in the name of duty. I gotta stop being so fucking weak. Yeah. I'm looking at what it spat out. It gave me a whole suggestion. Jillian sees the hand of the blade of the queen's hand with trying to shrieking through spit. See what I can work and what doesn't work. Because if it gives me a few lines that are decent, but I don't want to just plop in everything that AI suggests. Well, it does save some time. And that's a big thing. Time. I spent what? 25 years. 25 years trying to get this book done. So, if I can use AI, I should be using AI. I like to procrastinate. I like to be afraid. I'm fucking Jillian, goddammit. So let's rewrite her. fuck it. Pardon me. Oh, pardon me yet again. Holy shit. That might be a good day. God, this whole thing, like with the wife, with her separating from me and shit like that. Like I felt like I've hit my peak of fucking uselessness a few months ago. I felt just utterly pathetic and wasted a few months ago. No, this was six and a half months ago now, when I was still working. Like 7 months ago when I was still working. Oh god, 7 months without a fucking job. There's so many little things I could have done that I fucked the fuck up. She gave me so many little opportunities to try and course correct this shit. And I chose excuses and laziness. And she didn't care that I was able to shave off enough to take care of my animals from my fucking stocks and shit. And I've been able to take just that I'm staying afloat off of just the stock market and just making smart fucking picks. I'm barely keeping myself afloat on that. It's pattern recognition. She hates. She hates that I have pattern recognition because I called out all of this shit. And that's where I obsess. That's where my locking into key moments from the past. Going, yes, but if only this. But then, we're not in that reality. And I just sit trying to, merge with that reality. It's not good. It's not productive. It doesn't work. Oh. Oh. Okay. Today could stand to be a good day. Today could be a good day. Like an angel singing, I hear your voice, I have no choice. Feels like flying. Bam! When you call my name, it's like a little prayer. I'm down on my knees. I wanna take you there in the midnight hour. Oh fuck, I just sell some of that shit. Moving some of my NVIDIA stock, which I currently am holding at like 36.24%, but not for a lot, and transferring that down to AMD, which has a lot of the same growth potential as NVIDIA, but at a lower cost. Bam. Oh. Hmm. Okay. It's gonna be so weird with Oh wow, so NVIDIA's had a bigger gain, 5.17, 5.2% so far today. Meta's not doing shit. Google's not doing shit. Yeah, Nvidia is making some major moves today so far. It's a bummer. I think it took money out like yesterday or so. AMD's only moved up like 3. Yeah, 3.94, 3.96% so far today. And that usually lags behind whatever Nvidia is doing. Both of those are developing stuff for AI. So, I don't know. I was hoping to make a decent profit by Friday, but it looks like I might be making one today. Who knows? Okay, back to the writing. I just popped in a bunch of shit that AI came up with. AI came up with. Then if I'm washed with the subtle knob, the heat in the room twisted into something deeper. Not flame, but revelation. The air tasted like truth. Bitter truth. She stepped down from the stage. I just got this vision in my head of getting my shit together. Whatever the fuck that means. See, in my wife's mind, getting my shit together and being an adult means working 40 fucking hours a week at some miserable goddamn job that I fucking hate. And to me, it means finishing this. Why is there a heat advisory today? Am I in hell? Am I in hell? There's a heat advisory. The air is fucking bad to breathe. The water is coming out of my pipes is fucking poison. My wife is leaving me. Trump is still president some goddamn fucking how. P. Diddy is motherfucking innocent. Are we in hell? Did the rapture fucking occur like years ago and we're all just... God. Operations management trainee at Avis Budget. This sounds like another. Your background in customer service and project management. Be a strong fit for the operations management trainee role at Avis Budget Group. If you're open to a full-time opportunity with mentorship and growth potential from group, I guess 1099, in-person, outdoor work. Holidays, evenings, weekends is needed. 52,000 a year. I'm hoping for 60,000 a year minimum. Okay. Supervising experience, leadership, customer service, mentoring. Bachelor's degree, associate's degree, 52,000 a year, full time. 25-minute commute. In the car. Oh. Oh. Shit. Company vehicle, gas, insurance, maintenance included. That would help right there. Is it paid training? It's an 8-week training period. Which is some bullshit. Avis Budget Group, that sounds awful. Evenings, weekends. And sales functions to ensure maximization of fleet revenue, customer satisfaction, and employee management. You'll receive mentorship to develop skills in advance from operations manager to area vice president in our Fortune 500 company. 52,000 a year, company vehicle with gas, insurance, and maintenance. Access to medical, dental, vision, life, disability, eligibility to elect other voluntary voluntary benefits including group legal identity theft insurance, FSA, additional life insurance coverages, contribute up to 260 as tax-free benefit for public transportation, parking expenses. Employee discounts, including discounted prices on purchases of Avis budget cards, access to employee assistance programs for services including counseling, financial and legal consulting. Recent graduate, bachelor's degree or associate's degree plus 2 years supervisory experience. Recent graduate. Fuck, I suck. It's like they want to show one job title, and like, what am I gonna show them? Independent game designer and author? This crap? Or overnight stock? Or stock boy? Store manager seasonal, which was forever ago. Game tester temporary, which was forever ago. Teacher instructor, which was even longer ago than any of that. This is what I do. What do I do? I make content. I babble. I talk about stuff. All right. I mean, just the fact they want a recent graduate. It's been like 14 fucking years for me. So it sucks. But it's a job application submitted. That could be decent though. That could definitely be decent. It's a Fortune 500 company, so it's actual money. I think. I hope. Operations management trainee. If they pay me for training, and provide me with a vehicle, that could be a dream come true. Yeah, it'll require travel and outdoor stuff, but you know, as long as I got the money to take care of my pets, I gotta provide an environment for them. It's sad. I should be working to provide one for my wife. That would be the plan, right? But she's done such a good job of dismissing me and telling me she doesn't fucking need me and shit like that. Like, taking care of my animals motivates me. Anyways, I'm out of coffee, and outish enough. It's done its job, and yeah, I'm gonna come back and keep tweaking the stuff that I put in from AI. Down from the stage, the blade low at her side, behind her. No. This. She stepped down from the stage, the blade low at her side. No. guess we'll go with that for now. Say real quick at the lab. He says something about what the stock market is doing today. Appreciate you. Oh, dog, I appreciate you. Bun, appreciate you as well. I appreciate my animals. Yeah, I would have freaked out yesterday. The way I was feeling, I was angry. Like I said, I caved, and I did it because I was to the point where I couldn't trust myself at the moment. Yo, hi. Writing, working on a novel, dude. Thinking out loud. This is kind of my morning thing. I can't sleep at night, so I get up and I write. I don't even know how long ago that was. What's up, Blind Fate? Didn't even realize I had people in the chat. Just working away. Hopefully that wasn't too long ago, guys. My apologies. Awesome. What the hell is this? Yeah. God, it's pathetic. Managed to apply for one job so far this morning for an operations management trainee position, which they want somebody fresh out of college. I hope 14 years is fresh enough for them. Doubtful. But we'll see. Let me get back to it. Blood is blood, he repeated with a casual disregard. Jillian seized his meaning and the handle of the blade. The queen's hand, once a source of torment, shrieking fits and pitiful claws, now felt brittle, frail. Her fingers were no more formidable than dried leaves trembling in a storm. The silver knife trembled between them. Too much trembling? Not formidable and trembling. Okay. For a moment, neither moved, then Jillian twisted. A sharp cry rang out as the queen staggered back, hand torn from Jillian's hair. The blade remained in Jillian's grasp, slick with sweat, but steady. Why would it be slick with sweat, but steady? The blade remained in Jillian's grasp. Blade remained in Jillian's grasp. It wouldn't be steady. It wouldn't be slick with sweat. It's ridiculous. The blade remained in Jillian's grasp. Shaking under its weight, to imply that I mean that metaphorically, or the blade remained. A sharp cry rang out as the queen staggered back, hand torn from Jillian's hair. The blade remained in Jillian's grasp, shaking. She did not raise it, not yet. The queen cradled her hand and hissed. But it was not the fury Jillian had come to fear, it was panic, it was disbelief. You, she started, but Jillian cut her off. No more lies, she said, her voice quiet and clean, as though something ancient had cleared her throat. I don't know if I like that. No more lies, she said, her voice quiet but clean. Just get rid of all of that. No more lies, she said, her voice quiet but clean. No more pretending you've ever had power. You borrowed cruelty like a crown. You wore cruelty like a crown, but you were always just a servant. Jillian pointed the curved blade at the sorceress, for that is what she truly was. Not a queen, but a deceiver and consort to devils. Nephilim watched with a subtle nod. The heat in the room twisted into something deeper. Not flame, but revelation. The air tasted like bitter truth. Blood is blood, he murmured again, though this time his tone held the reverence of a priest and the threat of a storm. From the shadows the king whimpered. The queen shrank. And Jillian, the girl, the scapegoat, the sacrifice, began to walk the circle's edge. The knife in her hand glowing faintly. No, no AI. The scapegoat. Lunged forward. She wasn't running, she wasn't pleading, she was becoming. Cut off her screen before it could start. A fine silver edge pierced the sorceress's chest and cut off her screen before it could begin. Two locked eyes for a single moment of understanding. There's a line that I used in my original draft of this, for this section, that I'm trying to recall, but it's not coming to me. Bam. It's all right. Pop this in and see what it says. God knows I love robot approval. Bam. Giggity. This is an excellent culmination, tight, poetic, and full of finality. Here's a light refinement that sharpens the rhythm and enhances the gravity without changing your intent. The fine silver edge pierced the sorceress's chest, cutting off her scream before it could form. Their eyes met, just once, in a moment of raw, wordless understanding. You gotta love that. The once golden queen staggered. Blood ran freely down her bodice, spilling off the stage like spilled wine. Good, keep up that metaphor. Feeding the very spell she had spent a lifetime weaving. Her life and its grand design ended in the same breath. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Make me sound smarter than I am there, ChatGPT. Bam. God, it's better than Grammarly. All right. And asking for a review. Okay. The chapter is fierce, evocative, and carries cathartic emotional payoff on multiple fronts. Here's a breakdown of what's working especially well and a few refinements to take it from excellent to masterful. I'm not going to give me masterful. What works brilliantly? Tone and voice. The narrative tone is confident, cinematic, and brimming with weight. Lines like, "You wore cruelty like a crown, but you're always just a servant," ring like myth. This isn't just storytelling, it's revelation. It feels biblical, faded, and personal. Duh. Fuck. Milton. I studied Milton. That's Milton and Dante. Seriously, Milton. Like, character work. Jillian completes a meaningful internal arc here. Her transformation is not just situational, it's earned. She doesn't just resist, she claims. The moment she becomes the blade, rather than the lamb, is deeply satisfying. The queen is also beautifully deconstructed. You strip her of all illusion and leave a hollow, pathetic thing in her place. Yet you allow her one last human flash in that shared gaze, which adds tragic depth. Prose style and rhythm. The use of sentence variation and poetic balance is sharp throughout. For example, she wasn't running, she wasn't pleading, she was becoming. Okay, AI wrote that. The rhythm gives you writing power, like the toll of a bell announcing something sacred or terrible. Symbolism and echo. The blood is blood refrain, returning with new inflection each time, works like an incantation. It reshapes meaning as the scene escalates, from dismissal to judgment to almost holy inevitability. Suggestions for refinement: trim or clarify small redundancies. A fire sparked within her, ignited as it rose through her like the elf's fire. Slightly clunky, try: a spark caught fire within her, rising like the elf's own flame. Yeah, that's better. Where is that? The fire within her, the elf's fire. Hmm. Feeding the very spell shaped in a lifetime weaving, you might hint just a bit more at what the spell is or what it's summoning. Even just feeding the summoning she had spent a lifetime preparing, or feeding the altar of her great forbidden work. Doesn't need exposition, just a sharpened edge to specify. Double check. Apostrophes buried its clause should be its clause. Its grand design again should be its. So okay, I gotta take care of that later then. Silverknife trembled between them. For a moment, neither moved. Suggested Silverblade hung in the stillness between them for a moment. Time forgot to breathe. Fuck that. Original blood ran freely down her bodice, spilling off the stage like spilled wine. Blood soaked her bodice and spilled from the stage like cursed wine. Avoid repeating spilled twice. Yeah, that's a good idea. I do hate how I tend to go with redundancies. There's can't remember what it's called, but there's a reason of the brain where, especially when you're writing, you come upon a word and then you just want to keep using the word over and over and over again, which Stephen King does. He gives zero fucks. Blood ran freely down her bodice, spilling off the stage like cursed wine. Her life and its grand design ended in the same breath. Not where I thought I was going to end chapter 2, but I feel like I just finished chapter 2. Okay. So I got my setup, I got my twist. In chapter 3, punchline. Awesome. This is a phenomenal chapter. Thank you. Rich, sharp, and mythic in scope, it feels like the true beginning of Jillian's personal power, like we just witnessed her origin moment. The prose is cinematic without being bloated. Your themes are braided with real elegance, and pacing is nearly flawless. Let me know if you want a chapter title suggestion or recap from Momentum if you're ready to dive into chapter 3. This thing sings. Since I got AI here, tell me about chapter 3. Based on where chapter 2 leaves off, chapter 3 has the potential to be a turning point, not just in action, but in tone. The spell has been completed or corrupted. The queen lies dead, and Jillian has crossed her threshold, not by accident, but by choice. Yeah, I'm trying to get out of the whole damsel in distress thing. I want her to start as that and transition into her own thing. What chapter 3 could be about and what it needs. Okay. Jillian just killed her abuser, not in defense, but in revelation. That carries emotional, magical, and political consequences. Does the room pause? Is there silence? Or is the ritual already past stopping? What does Jillian feel? Numbness, a rush of power, guilt, liberation? You could open with stillness. Ooh, I could open with stillness. Oh, I'm going to be opening with stillness. Stillness will be good. Yep. To counter the frenzy of the last chapter, like a thunderclap ending with dust settling. The queen crumpled, the blade fell, and for the first time in her life, Jillian heard nothing. Not the screams, not the fire, only the sound of her own breath, too loud in her ears. No, I like the concept, but that ain't right. The ritual completes or goes wrong. The queen believed she was summoning a great prince, but now her blood is what sealed the circle. You could introduce the summoning being the master or prince, duh, or reveal that something else was summoned, something Jillian's soul unlocked or rerouted. The Nephilim might say something like, well, that wasn't what she meant to summon. I already know what's going on with that. That's going to be a whole thing, and that's where we actually introduce who the Nephilim is. It's going to take a demon to explain who the fuck he is. So lets you reveal an unintended consequence of the ritual's completion, perhaps a power Jillian was always meant to awaken, or a deeper horror unleashed by truth, not deception. Jillian is a catalyst. She's no longer the passive sacrifice or background royal. She's becoming something other. Possibly the true vessel, the key, the interruption in the ritual that twisted it. Possibilities. The summoning binds to her, not the queen. The master takes interest in Jillian, not anger, amusement, even awe. The Nephilim must decide if Jillian is now a threat or an ally. The the Nephilim reacts. His role has shifted too, from disruptor to observer. Maybe now to protector or opponent. How does he see Jillian now? You weren't supposed to do that, you might say, but I think I'm glad you did. Is he still aligned with her, or is she becoming something even he can't predict? Hints of the bigger mythos. This chapter could end with a new creature rising, a rift opening, Jillian hearing a voice inside her mind for the first time, maybe not hers, a declaration from the Nephilim. Morrigan will feel this, the whole damned firmament will. How the fuck? It's wow. For AI to mention the firmament in this book, like it does have a very strong sense of what I'm doing. Like I said, I've been loading content into this for, well, since it was a thing. I've been like chipping away at this. Optional chapter titles: The Blood Key, The Circle Opens, What the Queen Will. I gotta name the stuff later. No, I'm good. What time is it? 5:30? It's not a bad time for me to take a break, apply for some more jobs, figure out what I'm going to be doing, try to come up with an investment strategy for the day, try and scrape together some cash. So yeah, I feel good about this. Yeah, okay. So, bam. Thanks everybody who's tuned in, who's been watching. Appreciate you, Blind Fate. Appreciate you, Jokers. You guys are fantastic. I'm very content with where this got to today. Yeah. Appreciate you, buddy. I'll be back later as I'm walking the dog and stuff and feeding the pets and doing all the morning routine. You guys have a fantastic morning. Peace out. See.